Maybe you should go where you can actually see me. I'm so sleepy. Hold on. I'm very sleepy. Let's go to the greenhouse. Let's go to the greenhouse. Let's put on music that will make me less sleepy. Hello? Ah, there we go. Now I should be less sleepy. I should be more awake. This morning I have once again victim of sleepy. Eggy, are you not old or not online enough to know the song I'm referencing? I'm gonna be real. I am not. I am presumably one of those things because I do not. I knew you were referencing something probably. I don't actually know what you're referencing. I don't know. It's possible to be very online, but like just like online in like the wrong part of the online, you know? Eggy is the oldest person. Eggy is the oldest person. End of sentence. It's like, have you seen those videos that are just like, or somebody would take a screenshot where like, it's a video where like the words are coming on screen like a bit at a time, but they edit it so it's just like, this is the first woman. This is the second ever woman. This old meme song about Zelda set to the main theme of the game. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think I was probably... If I was online at the time, I was not in the correct part of the internet. Look, I wasn't gaming. I wasn't truly gaming until, like, 2015 at the least. 2015 at the earliest. He's the first woman. Did you know you are the oldest ever? The oldest woman ever? Yeah, I don't know, because like I played games as a kid, but like I'm trying to think like when I would have been starting to like look at things online about video games. That wouldn't have been until like 2015 maybe. 2014 at the very, very earliest. I was too busy listening to K-pop, okay? Like, before this... I don't know, because, like, I'm trying to think, like, the first time I started actually getting involved with, like, video game fandom and discussion on the internet, and I think that might have been with Undertale. I'm trying to think if there was, like, anything... I definitely played, like, Undertale was not the first video game I ever played. Undertale is the first ever video game. It's not the first game I ever played, but it's certainly was the first game I was, like, involved in. Hiya. Oh, people are filing in. Hello, good morning to Panis, and good morning to Jake, and good morning to Fake Crade, and good morning to Benjamin, and good morning to Penboo, and good morning to Deffins, and good morning to Uphill, and good morning to Charlie Fool, and good morning to Romeo. Greetings to you too. And good morning to Daedric, and good morning to Greencap Hero. Yeah. Because, like, I don't know. Being old doesn't mean you were playing video games the whole time. I'm sure there's things about K-pop that I can reference that none of you will understand. None of you will understand them. I don't know. What's a thing about K-pop that I can reference that nobody else would understand if they weren't around at the time? K-pop references get outdated in like a week though. Yeah, but this is like K-pop from like a decade ago. This is like you're thinking K-pop of current era, where everything in current era lasts about 5 minutes before it becomes outdated. Like, I'm talking back in a time where, you know, you could hang on to a running joke for maybe at least a couple months, you know? It was a different time. It was a different time. Only 1 decade ago? Yeah, I mean, I was, well, probably even more slightly. I was mostly listening to K-pop the most in like 2012 to 2016 or so. So yeah, I guess probably a little over a decade ago now. Why are we going to Death Mountain? Why can't we go to Life Mountain or Ice Cream Mountain? Nope, we've been sentenced to Death Mountain. Yeah, Gangnam Style's 13 years old. Yeah! I don't know, it's very weird to go onto like the music videos on YouTube for songs that I used to listen to all the time, and then you look at like the upload date and it's like 15 years ago and you're like, huh? Although, I don't know, I guess it was also too just like at the time. I feel like a lot of times, I don't know, maybe this is just like the people I see talking about stuff though. Because like, when I got into K-pop, it was like 2012, and I feel like it was really common to listen to songs that were already a few years old. Like, I feel like now, I guess maybe now that there's just more K-pop, people will just listen to only the newest stuff. But I don't know, back then, I guess there was just less K-pop, so people would be listening to like the same thing for years on end. Shiny releases one banger in 2008, and we're still listening to it like 5 years later. I want to go to Candy Mountain. Yeah, okay, I caught that one. Caught that one. I'm old enough for that. I'm old. I'm old. I didn't watch that much YouTube as a kid, but like I watched a little bit. I am old. I don't know. I guess people talk about having like unsupervised internet access, and I mean, I won't exactly say I had the opposite. It's just my internet access was extremely supervised, a little too supervised. I feel like sometimes like, you know when they would say in commercials, like as a kid when you were like watching a commercial for like something that involves the internet, but it's just like marketed to kids, and it would say, ask your parents before going online. I was actually asking my parents before going online. I was actually asking my parents before going online. I wouldn't even do, like, you know when you sign up for an account, and if you're like under a certain age, I think if you're under 13, it asks for your like parents, like your parents have to give you their permission. I know some kids would just like invent an email to put in for their parents, and they would just like answer the email themselves. Yeah, I was the one person who put in my parents' actual email and like told them like, there's a thing I signed up for in the inbox. Can you say yes to it? Thank you. I was like the only one who listened to that. Well, I don't know, I've talked about this before. Like as a kid, like I understood the concept of rules. I did not understand the concept of like rule enforcement, you know? Like the idea that like rules only apply if someone is enforcing them. I don't know what I thought would happen. I just assumed that if you broke a rule, you would get in trouble by some like nebulous force. Like, gotta ask your parents to go online because otherwise you tie up the phone line. I don't think, okay, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. We at least had, well, the other thing too is, my house as a kid had 2 phone lines because my parents had their home office at home, you know, in the office. So I think we had 2 phone lines because of that. So I think if my parents, like, if we would have had one phone line being used up by the internet, which again, by the time I was using the internet consistently, that wasn't an issue. But I feel like they probably would have just switched to using the other phone line. Yeah, she was born polite to excuse me before she screamed as a baby. I don't know, I wasn't that nice. I was just very much a rules child. I was a rules child. Old enough to communicate through smoke signals and drums. I'm not that old, okay? I'm old enough. I'm old enough to have watched VHSs, but not old enough to actually know how to work a VHS player. That's my age. My streak is middle age. 40 stream. Okay. What happens if you get to like 100 streams? Or you're just like, oh, my stream is extremely elderly. My streak is elderly. But yeah, I think I've told the story on stream before. Once when I was a kid, we were at a pool. We were at a hotel pool, and I was with my parents, and there was like a sign up at the pool that had like a list of like the, you know, the rules, and it was usually most of them were like, you know, no running on deck and stuff. And then there was one rule that was like listing the maximum occupancy of the pool area. So I read this sign, and then I counted the number of people in the pool area, and it was more than what was on the sign. And I started crying because I thought we were going to get like kicked out of the pool. We were gonna get like banned from the pool for there being too many people. And like, I don't know, I would not stop crying about this. My parents had to like take me back upstairs to the hotel room because I would just like not stop crying. It's like, I don't know. I just thought rules were like law. But like not law in the sense of like, you know, the laws that countries make, but like in the sense of like the law of gravity, you know? I just assumed that like, I don't know, the idea of rule enforcement just like did not compute in my head yet. I just thought like, if there's a sign that says you do a thing, then you gotta do the thing. I don't know what I thought would happen. I just thought, I don't know. I also once started crying at school because I was 9 years old and the teacher put on a movie that was rated PG-13. BGM a bit loud? Okay. Like, it was like the second Harry Potter movie. That's what it was. We were watching the second Harry Potter movie when I was like 9. I was in like grade 4. And I remember we were like, cause like we picked it because like the teacher had the class like vote on a movie, right? And I remember crying when that one won because I'm like, I'm not old enough to watch a PG-13 movie. Oh wait, well, what is this? Oh, this is Rhythm Heaven. Sorry, I was like, why does this song have lyrics? Hold on. I find it really hard to talk over lyrics. I'm sorry. Here we go. Yeah. Instantly thunderstruck after breaking one minor rule. You know what? Okay, when you were a kid, did they ever talk about like your permanent record? Which turns out is not like a real thing. Like if you commit like a crime or something as an adult, then yeah, obviously there's like a criminal record. But like, I don't know. I was like, I guess I was a permanent record believer as a kid. Like I thought if you misbehaved in class, then that would get put on your permanent record. And like, I don't know, your college would look at it when they try to apply. My parents purposely lied to me. They said like the cigarette burner car thing was a bomb and if I pushed the car, it would explode. The things you have to tell children just to get them to not do something. But yeah. Permanent record. If you chew gum in the hall, we'll remember that about you forever. I guess I just also thought like a lot of this like authority was probably more centralized than it actually is. Like, you know, like if you misbehave at summer camp, then like your school teacher will somehow know. I guess maybe because like everybody tells everything to your parents. So like, you know, in that sense, like your parents will learn of most of your misdeeds. But like, I figured like, you know, if you're bad at swimming lessons, if you're misbehaving at swimming lessons, then everyone's gonna know. I don't know, I guess I just figured like anybody who had ever been in charge of me were just like all in communication with each other. I don't know, I guess I never explicitly thought that, but looking back, that is kind of the mindset I had. You had a tantrum and hit someone when you were 8? Afraid Harvard is no place for you. Ow. Sorry. I poured myself a cup of hot water, and I've been waiting to drink it, but it's too hot. Burned mouth. That's okay. Oh, I still did. Apparently I pushed the button and my parents came out to my sister screaming and crying, trying to get my baby brother out of the car seat to avoid the explosion. Oh, they committed to the bit? They committed to the bit? I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, my mom had this phrase that she would use a lot of just like, I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I'll fall out of my chair. Like, as in like, I'll be so surprised, right? So I remember there was one time like my mom made this one recipe, like a new recipe, and her and my dad were eating it. And my mom was like, oh, you can try this, but if you like this, I'm gonna fall out of my chair. Like, she didn't think it would be something I would like. And then, so I tried a little bit of it. And then I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then Her and my dad just like looked at each other and then just like threw themselves out of their chairs onto the floor. They just committed to the bit there. It scared me so much for like 2 seconds. But yeah. I burn my mouth on my coffee every day. See, I'm more careful than that. I'm usually more careful than that. Like, usually, like, it's one thing if I'm getting it, like, done at, like, a coffee shop, because then it's just, like, you know, whatever temperature they give it to you at. But, when I'm having, like, coffee or tea by myself, I always, like, add something. Even for making tea without milk. Because, like, obviously if you add milk to something, usually the milk will cool it down a bit. But if I'm having, like, tea without milk, or just, like, hot water, I usually mix it with, like, a bit of, like, room temperature water, so that it's not, like, I don't have to wait half an hour for it to become drinkable. But then again, maybe my standard of what counts as too hot for a drink. Maybe it's lower than everyone else's. Or maybe the rest of you have, like, grown calluses on your tongue from, like, burning yourself every day. I don't know. I've never understood, like, the people who are like, oh, I want this thing, like, steaming hot. It's not burning me, it's not hot enough. Because, like, I don't know. Here, people are like that about coffee. This happens to me a lot at restaurants with, like, soup. Some are worse about it than others. But, like, I've definitely burned my tongue on pho before. Or, I don't know, I feel like any kind of, like, Chinese noodle soup is really bad about that as well. When it comes to, like, serving it at just, like, you know, if your mouth is not getting instantly burned when you put this in your mouth for the first bite, then it's not hot enough. I feel like that's been my experience with a lot of soups like that. It's just like, does this taste good? Probably. Probably tastes very good. Unfortunately, my mouth is now burned. Panera's lemonade that kills you versus the soup that kills you. I don't know. I think I also got this a little bit in Japan as well. Of just like soup that kills you. Soup that kills you. I think it was bamiyan ramen. It was ramen at the restaurant, the Famiresu Bamiyan, that I burnt my tongue on. That was a soup that kills you. Like, I don't know, maybe I just have, like, sensitive tongue to heat. Go, Eggy, go. Hello, Altscop. Hello. The soup that kills. The soup that kills you. Sounds like a trashy creepypasta. Scary soup. Scary soup. I don't know, I'm sure somebody could make, like, a silly edit where you just, like, have a picture of a bowl of soup and you just, like, mess with the colors until it looks spooky and scary. Soup, evil soup that kills you. But Death Mountain, was Eggy up there last time? No, I think I have to go see the ferry. You know, we'll find out when I pull out the Eggy diary. But yeah. No. Soup that kills you. I don't know, I remember too, the time I got, like, that specific soup from Bamiyan, one of the things I remember was that, like, so that restaurant had, you know those, like, server robots? Where the staff just, like, load food onto it and it, like, rolls around to your table and, like, you just grab your stuff off of it. I remember one thing that I realized, I'm like, you know, I guess those robots have limitations. And one of the limitations was that the floor needs to be even. And the floor, I think there was, like, an issue with the floor because there was this one part that had, like, a big bump in it. And I remember that, like, I was waiting for a robot. Like, I placed my order and I was expecting it to come by, like, you know, meow meow robot cat server. And then just, like, a regular waiter came to my table with my food. And I guess it was because the table I was sitting was, like, right next to that big bump. And the thing I had ordered was a big bowl of, like, scalding hot soup. So I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that is the limitations of the, like, robot servers, is that the floor has to be level. And if the floor is not level, then, like, bad things will happen. New Chinese FMV game about soup that kills you. Soup that kills you. I don't know, have you guys played anything on, like, Steam Next Fest? Last night I downloaded, like, 12 different demos. I downloaded, like, 12 different demos just to see, like, which ones might be good. I only played one of them last night. I'm probably not gonna have time to play all of them before, but... Googling evil soup that kills you leads to an adorable hell broth with mushrooms carved into tiny skulls and tofu eyes. What? Hold on, let me look this up. Let me see if you're right. Evil soup that kills you. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing the soup subreddit that says the worst canned soup I've ever had, but I don't think that killed them. Hell broth? I'm not finding... I'm not seeing it. She's browsing Reddit. No, it was like when you Google things, sometimes Reddit pictures, because Reddit is a popular website that people use. Okay, this is actually cute. It's Halloween soup! That's cute. That looks like a lot of work, but that's really cute. That's actually very cute. What are the eyes? Is that like a sliced olive? Or... Because the mushrooms... The mushrooms, like the skull mushrooms, what are those eyes? You said that was tofu? Oh, and it's like a Japanese soup too, that's cute. Yeah, dashi broth, seaweed, bok choy, mushroom, miso paste. Oh, this is a miso soup. This is spooky miso soup. Oh! Okay. Soy paper. Okay, that's new. That's new. Okay, so nori pupil. Okay, I see. And then, and then you use like a puncher to make spiders out of seaweed. Okay, that's cute. That's cute, actually. That's really cute. That's like, I don't know, it's very rare to see like a recipe for like a Halloween thing that is like, you know, somewhat healthy and not just like a dessert. The entire site just seems to be spooky dishes. Let's see, what else do they got? Recipes. Oh, we got like a whole thing. Let's look at side dishes. Or no, let's look at soups. Hold on, we're gonna go look at soups on this website. I mean, these all just look like regular soup recipes, but with like, you know, changes. It's all about presentation. It's all about presentation. Because there's one that's like, what is lost soul soup? This looks like a regular like cream soup, but with like a skull-shaped thing put on top. Yeah, this is just a cauliflower soup with This is edible paper. Is that like, are we using like rice paper? Oh, wafer paper. Yeah, this is just like stuff for presentation. Yeah, what is toe chili? This is like sausages with like something else put on top. Oh, it's an onion. I see. It's like a... Oh, okay, I see. These are very silly. I like them. Thank you for sharing this. This is rather delightful. What is Halloween if not presentation? Well, yeah, it's more like the recipes themselves are just like normal, right? Like it's not like it's anything out of the ordinary. It's just like, yeah, this is a soup, but it's silly. What if the soup was silly? This is not the evil soup that kills you. This is like the silly soup that makes you smile. Good morning, Eggy. Hello, JD. Hello. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for Halloween. Am I even gonna do anything for Halloween? I don't think we even got trick-or-treaters last year. I dressed up. Last year, well, I didn't really dress up, but I at least put on my Gudetama onesie in case somebody came to the door. But then nobody did. Like, I mean, I guess last year I did see people dressed up for Halloween, but it was at the mall. Like, I was on my way back from work, and I had to go through the mall to make like a bus transfer. And I think there was like some kind of mall event going on. Yeah, will there be spooky streams? Maybe. Okay, I wanted to get a cover out for Halloween, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I don't know. What do you guys want? I'm considering, like, okay, maybe I can stream a rare Eggy horror game stream. Or, I don't know, maybe Halloween karaoke? Halloween's on a Friday this year, right? Yeah. I think you're getting just too old to be wearing Halloween costumes. No, that's a mindset. That's a mindset. My hot take is everybody of all ages should be allowed to trick-or-treat. As long as you're being, like, nice and good about it, everyone should be allowed to trick-or-treat. Need Eggy horror? I mean, I can try. Which ones did you recommend I do? Because I'm trying to think of what I have installed, I think. Like, that would be horror or horror adjacent. Like, maybe if I can get enough people together to do, like, some kind of collab with, I don't know. I'm sure there's, like, some kind of horror. Silent Hill. I don't think my computer can run that. Maybe some of the older ones. FNAF. I'm not doing FNAF. When you start earning a paycheck is when trick-or-treating is off limits? No. Trick-or-treating should be for all ages. There should not be an age limit for it, as long as you're being nice and good about it. As long as you're, like, being nice and good, as long as you're playing by the rules, I guess, you know? Like, if you're dressed up, and you're not being rude, and you're not, like, shoving children around, then you should be allowed. You know? There shouldn't be an age limit for it. In fact, I also don't think there should be an age limit for dressing up for Halloween. If you think you are too old to put on a silly costume, then you are basically already dead. You have to let yourself put on a silly costume. When was the last time you gave a kid a trick? I feel like I give too many treats. I don't know, when was the last time a kid asked for a trick? Yeah, Costume Quest is Halloweeny but not spooky. I don't know, what do I have installed? I think I have Exit 8. But that one's not very Halloweeny. Like, it's a horror game. But it's a horror game, but it's not very Halloweeny. Be Me 31, Batman for Halloween, see 8-year-old Joker, beat him to your death, but not kill because Batman just... No, that's not playing by the rules. My trick is the motion-activated jump scare machine in front of the door. Oh, do you have like one of those skeletons that goes, Actually, they asked for trick or treat, so it's your prerogative. Fair, fair. Yeah, Castlevania's Halloweeny, but not spooky. Yeah, like, what's both Halloween and I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll open up my Steam library again. Let me see what I got. What do I have available to me? Because there's gotta be something spooky enough within, like, everything I have here. Do you guys have any, like, RPG Maker games maybe that you'd recommend that are spooky and that I also haven't played yet? Because, yeah, what do I have? I have Exit 8, but that's... I have Inscription in my library. Is that spooky enough? I know it's a cards game. I don't know if I'm cards enough for this. I've already played Amanda the Adventurer. None of these are scary. I'm not doing Danganronpa. That's not even a horror game. Dark Souls. Ooh, difficult video game. Ooh. I guess it's Undertale, but that's Halloween-y, but not spooky. But maybe I just associate it with Halloween because it came out in the fall. It's not even that Halloween-y. I guess there's skeletons in it. I somehow just don't feel like playing Fear and Hunger. It's in the library, but I don't feel like playing it. I've already played Ghost Trick on my own. I don't know if I want to play that again. I have the Jackbox. I have multiple Jackboxes. Nothing I have is scary. Ghost Trick is PM. I know it is, but unfortunately that makes it my responsibility to get other people to play it. And not just show you playing it myself. Toby Fox's Halloween hack? I haven't played it. Isn't he, like, he himself not a big fan of it anymore, though? I don't know. I don't feel like playing Mascot Horror either. Because I'm scared of what will happen to the chat if I do. What do we got? Nier Automata. Ooh. Existentialism. I've already played... I mean, Omori's not that scary, and I've already played it. I've played Paranormasight. I haven't touched Phasmophobia in a while, but I don't think anyone else has either. Ace Attorney. Ooh, lawyers. Ricci City. Ooh, Mahjong. Stardew Valley. Ooh, farm agriculture. I don't actually know what Subnautica is. I know it's a game that is somewhat scary. I don't know in what way though. There's Umineko, but like that's just reading. I've already played Yume Nikki before. The scariest game of all, the Zachtronic Solitaire Collection. Yeah, Yeah, Subnautica Survival, it's only scary in that deep seas are scary. I don't know. I feel like deep sea is just like not a fear that I have that much. Because like, I don't know, I just feel like when it comes to the deep sea, it doesn't concern me. The lion does not concern himself with deep sea creatures. First time viewer, the clock says you've been trying to determine which game to play for 44. Actually, streamer, why are you not playing the game? No, this is... I know what game I'm going to play. It's in the description. I like to yap a bit because the first ad break kicks in at about 30 minutes. So I like to yap a little bit so that like people who come in right away, or people who come in like during the ad break, aren't gonna be like missing me starting the game. Actually, streamer, where is the video game? Streamer, where is the video game? Actually. Regular Resident Evil. Resident Normal. Resident Average. Resident, you know, not that bad. Resident Not So Bad. This is the first time I've ever seen somebody actually complain about this. This is the first time I've ever seen somebody complain about the pre-stream yap is too long. I'm sorry? Okay, I've never seen this. I've never seen this happen before. This is like the first time I've ever witnessed somebody say this. Cute and silly, great combination. Hello, welcome. Katie Hart on YouTube. Yeah, I've never seen this happen before. I love yap. Yeah, like I've never seen somebody be like, you've yapped too long. I like. Has he not watched Twitch before? Like, I feel like, you know, 30 minutes to 1 hour of yapping before you start playing the game is actually very normal, is it not? Like, I know if you're on YouTube, that's a little different, but this guy was coming on Twitch. Is that not normal? Is that not normal? Is that not just how we... Is that not how we do things here? Yeah, statistics say that 10 to 20% of people leave when the game starts. I know that! Because I'm probably one of those 10 to 20% of people. Especially if it's a game that, like, either I'm not terribly interested in, or if it's a game that, like, you know, I've left before because somebody was playing a game that I was planning to play later. Yeah. Miss Streamer, if the game doesn't start by 10 minutes in, I'll explode. Boom. Boom. Maybe a dangerous Zelda withdrawal and have time to watch the game within 2 minutes or he'd die. Excuse me, this is clickbait. Yeah, most people do a no yap starting soon screen on Twitch. I guess, but like, I don't know, everyone I've seen has, like, I feel like the pregame yap is pretty normal. If anything, my pregame yaps are actually probably on the shorter end. I've definitely seen some streams where like the pregame yap is like 2 hours and the game itself is like 2 hours. Yeah, I've seen someone chat so long they end up not playing the game. Yeah. Which I do plan, to be clear, I do plan to play the game eventually. Don't worry, don't worry. But also, if you want to see the game is out there. You can just play it. See, because like that, maybe that's the understanding for me. Because to me, I'm just like, if I'm watching a streamer, I'm there for the streamer, right? So like, if they're playing the game, then it's like, okay, cool, there's the game. But like, if I'm there, if I want to see like the game being played, I feel like I would rather just look it up on YouTube or just play it again myself. If I don't like yapping, I just leave. The streamer won't know if I'm being busy, but if I just got busy. Exactly! You don't have to tell anybody you're leaving. I don't see you leave the room. I'm not like doing a roll call every time I... every time I look through like the chat. I mean, I think the only time I pull up like the list of people who are currently in chat is like if there's a specific person that I'm talking to. So like if someone like requests something for karaoke and then I'm like trying to figure out if they're still here, I might check the users in chat. But I don't check it that much. I really don't check it that much. I'm not here for Eggy, put link on the phone. Like... Yeah, they've never come across a yapper before somehow. Hold on, I'm trying to formulate a joke. gameplay guys when they meet a real yapper. Keep streamer yapping until morale improves. It never does. Well, it's like, to me, yapping is the whole point of streaming, right? Like, why watch a streamer if you're just not gonna hear them yap, you know? Yeah, the yap is the point. It's like, what is a streamer without yapping? Nothing. Nothing. And EGGY, yeah, I've been doing it on Friday. No, but in fairness is you wait, I don't talk for a minute and then be like, okay, let's sing back Black Parade. Oh, I don't know when you put in your submission. I checked if you were there, and then I waited, and then you didn't show up, so I sang it, and then you came back, and you're like, excuse me, you sang my request while I was gone. I'm like, what do you want me to do? You were gone. I yapping do. I didn't realize the mahjong started once since the yapping was too strong. Too much yap. Too much yap. That's all I am, is just yap. Yap is fun. Yap is enjoyable. I endeavor to continue the yap. Hold on, let me drink some water. Let me drink some water and, like, untense my neck and shoulders. I'm realizing lately how bad I am with having tense neck and shoulders. Because, like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, sitting a lot makes it worse, but also exercising also makes it worse. It's like, I exercise, I wake up the next day, I am stiff and sore, as one does after exercising. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and do nothing all day, and I sit down and do nothing all day, and somehow the sitting also is bad for that. I can't win! I can't win! Stand a lot, I guess. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this desk is also probably, like, the worst possible thing for my back. This desk has probably, like, aged me, like, at least a decade. Like, I don't know, I feel like I've gotten to the point where, like, if there's something I say I'm gonna do, or say I'm gonna make, and then I don't make it, it's probably because this desk is so uncomfortable to sit at that I realized that making it would involve using this computer, and I didn't feel like doing that. Like, I barely draw anything anymore. I barely, I barely use this computer except for streaming because this desk is just so uncomfortable to sit at. Like, unless I'm streaming or, like, trying to access a file that I can only get on this computer. Or maybe if I'm recording, because my mic is hooked up. Like, that's everything. Like, other than that, I don't use this computer. I use my laptop as much as possible for everything else, because at least I can go and sit in a more comfortable chair, you know? Ugh. Ugh. Eh. Oh. Ugh. I can't be this elderly. I'm not old enough to be elderly. I'm not old enough to be elderly. Man, it's so wild that, like, I know that this is absolutely probably just, like, a lifestyle thing, but it's, like, streaming is so much harder than a 9-to-5. I don't know, I somehow feel like I was also dealing with, well, actually, no, it was actually a little better on my 9-to-5 in terms of posture, because at least I had, like, a good chair at work. Like, at least my chair, like, obviously I had to take a bus there, but my chair at work was actually pretty decent. And I could adjust the height of my desk and the chair. So, like, yeah, no, in that regard, actually, like, my 9-to-5 was better. But, yeah, no, it's so weird that, like, we only start, like, we start having symptoms of being old when we're, like, not even at, like, the halfway point of the average lifespan. Because, like, if you assume the average lifespan is, like, what, like, 80 years old? Like, we start experiencing symptoms of old when we're, like, not even halfway there. Why are we like this? I know this is also probably, like, a lifestyle thing, but... Can you simply buy a new chair? Yes, but I don't think that would solve all my problems. Because the problem is just that, like, my desk space is very cramped. This desk is not designed for having a PC and 2 monitors on it. But it was the only desk I could find at the time. So, like, even my 2 monitors, I've never had a desk that was big enough to put 2 monitors on it. And these aren't even that big. I think these were like 23-inch monitors. They were the smallest ones I could find at Best Buy at the time that I bought my PC. So, yeah, they're too big to put on the desk and have them both face forward. So I have them like kind of facing inward, like slightly tilted to get them both to fit. My PC is under the desk, which means I can't put my feet on the ground because my feet are like, there's nowhere to put my legs, right? And then yeah, like my Elgato switch dock is on the table, and the Focusrite is on the desk. I actually have the mouse on like this little cubby underneath the keyboard because there's no space for putting the mouse on the top of the desk. That's how cramped it is. Like, it doesn't matter if I got a new chair because I would not be able to like sit in it properly. I will one day have a better desk, I promise. I literally have a desk and a chair in mind. But yeah, I just have to wait for it to happen. You're less than 40? Dropped. For women, it's like 82. Yeah, I don't remember what it is. I know it's different in different countries. Because I know, like, they're always making a big deal about how, like, Japan has, like, a super high one. I know in most countries it's higher for women than it is for men. Like, no, by a couple years. Not by, like, a lot. But by a few years. It's to practice for when we hit the, like, 60 to 80 stretch. Yeah. Probably, like, 85 for women. In every country, that's the case. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, usually it's slightly higher for women than it is for men, but I also know though it is an average, right? Because I know, like, I remember like every single history person I've ever like watched online has had to like nail this point home, like just drive the point home like super hard that like the when they say the average lifespan, it's like if a country had a low average lifespan, it's not because, like, if a country's average lifespan was, like, 40, it's not because people die when they hit 40. It's because, like, a solid chunk of people are dying in childhood, right? It's like that with, like, when they talk about, like, medieval times, right? Or, like, you know, the ancient times, where they're like, people only live to be, like, 30. And it's like, no, it's not like people died at 30. It's that, like, a substantial number of people... Like, a substantial number of babies died, which would drive the average age down. But, like, because, like, wasn't it historically, like, if you survived to be, like, 10, it was pretty likely you would survive after that? Like... But, yeah. I am... not yet elderly. I can't be elderly yet. If I'm elderly at this age, then I should probably just die like next year. Yeah. If you don't get pregnant, a woman's lifespan goes up too. Yeah, well, cause like, and kids got a name at 5 years old. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, like I know that like, depends how you get the average, if it's medium or mode. Yeah, that's true. Oh, you called this the average? Actually, it's the median. It's the median. That's the median. But yeah, no, I think. But I also know, I imagine like someday for men's and women's, it'll probably even out. Because I think historically the reason why women had like lower lifespans, or women had like longer lifespans compared to men, was due to the fact that like they weren't, like, they weren't going outside. Like, historically speaking, like, I don't think that's true. Well, I don't know, because, like, I always thought it was because, like, historically speaking, right? Men were usually the one going to wars. Men were usually the ones who were doing, like, working in the mines. Like, stuff like that, where it's just, like, yeah, historically speaking, men were just out more, whereas, like, women still definitely worked, but, like, you know, an upper-class man was probably getting outside and doing more risky stuff than, like, an upper-class woman, right? So I think, I was always told that was, like, why that would... Men were doing the alcoholism, too. Well, I mean, women can still drink a lot, but I imagine, yeah. Probably drinking more, probably... I know somebody else said that, like, if men went out more, they probably contracted more disease compared to women. But yeah. Women have more flexibility in cell repair because they need to get pregnant. I mean, maybe that's one explanation. I don't know if I would buy it, though. I don't know if I would buy it, though. This makes them have less effects on the aging. I don't know, though, because, like, women still definitely age. Although, to be fair, I don't know. I guess maybe it's also just, like, a society thing, because, like, what we consider, like, looking old or being old probably differs in different places, right? Like, you know, people across time, everybody gets back pain at some point, but, like, you know, I imagine, like, the age at which we start to think a woman looks old is probably younger than the age at which we think a man looks old, right? Like, I feel like the age at which people stop calling you young man is, like, higher than when people would stop calling you young lady, you know? I don't know, people stop calling you young lady at, like, 22. But then again, maybe it's also that, like, young lady is a thing you say when you're, like, scolding your daughter, whereas, like, young man is a thing you say when you're, like, trying to encourage your son. So maybe the context is different. Like, I will not tolerate any attitude from you, young lady, versus, like, I don't know. You use young man to, I don't know, tell people to go to the YMCA. Like, different vibes. Context is the YMCA song, yeah. You have to be like, young lady. There's no feel to, needs no need to feel down. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Alright, okay. Maybe now we can game. We can game now, I guess. Yeah, I'm referring to his research paper I read that was like, one pregnancy cancels out the harmful effects it has because it's rejuvenating as well as damaging, but more pregnancies lower organ health and age cells. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but also I operate entire young lass. Yeah, but, like, who's gonna say young lass? Who says young lass in the year 2025? The gaming trigger, the first mention of the YMCA, I guess. Guess that guy who left earlier should have mentioned the YMCA. Should have mentioned the YMCA. Yeah. Median equals middle, mean equals average. Yeah, I remember I learned how to calculate these when I was in elementary school, and then I forgot which was which, aside from the mode, which is just whichever one there's the most of. Okay, give me a moment. I'm just gonna make sure that gaming is working. Let me just set up gaming. I'm setting up gaming. Hello? Gaming? Okay, there's gaming. Alright. Okay. Gaming is loading. Hola. You look like Eggy Nerd and you're not a scientist? There's many. Oh, are we back? Are we back? Yes. Uh-oh. Wait, we got ads? It's ads? How is it ads? If what? Huh? What happened to the bit rate? My goodness. Oh, we back? We back. Okay, looks like we're back. Looks like we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Okay. Thank you, Control-Alt-Cuteness. Thank you for sprouting. There we go. Old man, there's a need to feel down. I said, old man, better lie on the ground. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, if it doesn't show up, refresh the page. Okay. It looks like things are working. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're working. Looks like if things are working, gaming's working. Just let me check something before did I internet? Are we connected? No, we are not. Okay, give me like 2 more seconds. Because I just realized I also need to log into the new Wi-Fi because we got another... The technician the other day brought another modem. Connect to the network device. Come on, let me input the password. This is the right one, right? This is the right one. I think? Yeah, that was the right one. Why did it do that? Probably drop the source quality to 480p and see if it works better on bandwidth. No, this wasn't a problem with the computer. This is the same one that I usually this is the same like resolution I usually stream on. But yeah. Why is it not letting me input the password? It just says it's like connected to the internet and then it says I can't connect. Clear settings? Okay.
Oh boy, the ISP is attacking again.
No, it's not the ISP's fault. Like, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't happen very often. Unable to connect to the network. No, this is on my Switch. For some reason, this is like a problem with my Switch. Unable to connect to the network device. Yeah, you don't say. I don't know why this is so difficult to, like... May I please? Have I... Auto-connect? Yeah. I don't know why it's not letting me input the password. It knows there's a password. It knows there's a password. But it says unable to connect to the network. Please check the status of the network device. It's working! I know it's working because my computer is connected to it. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it. Okay. Why is it taking so long to bring up the password? Okay. Give me a second. There we go, that should work now. What do you mean unable to connect to the network? Yeah, let's re-enter the password. Maybe I got it wrong. Let me try it again. let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, this should work. I forgot the Switch requires an internet connection to play old games. What do you mean? I always forget that, yeah, like, I mean, the thing is you can technically play, it's just that they kick you off after like an hour. The music isn't while Iggy crashes out. I don't know, I forgot that like because again, we got a new router and I forgot that like, I have to reconnect. But like, evidently it works. Like, evidently the Wi-Fi works because I'm on it on the computer and on my phone. Like, this is a problem my Switch's end, I think. Because everything else works. Everything else is connected. Oh, wait a second, what? Hold on. Oh, no wonder it's giving me the wrong password. I'm so lost. What is going on? Okay, so it was the wrong password because it was looking at the wrong thing. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's why the password was wrong, because I was trying to log into a Wi-Fi that doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Why was it showing me that? Like, why did that present that as an option? There we go, that should work now. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We can game now. Gaming can happen. There we go. Got a new router recently and just configured it with the same SSID as the old one. See, the thing is that we didn't configure our own router. We like got, like the technician did. And I'm not touching it. Because every time we touch something, it dies. So I'm not touching anything. Alright, but let me pause the music. And we head over to gaming. Where we will be gaming. Gaming! Look, gaming! Gaming! Are you guys hearing the gaming music? Listen! Gaming! Okay. So before I do anything else, I think I need to pull out the letter, the EGGY letter, from last week. So I can remember what I need to do. So, what was going on October 8th? Dear EGGY, we are finally back after a week of no EGGYnet. We even got through a whole temple today. We beat the Dodongo and got Gordon's Ruby. We saved the Gordons! Now we need to go see the Great Fairy on Death Mountain. Which is kind of an odd thing to name a mountain where supposedly nice and good fairy lives. Also, we have the bomb bag now. This week, I have a lot of things to do. I need to get black pants for when I start work, and I need to make sure I've gotten all my paperwork right. I've done one of those things, but not the other. I need to maybe find a few more accessories for the wedding at the end of the month. I tried to do that, and I was not able to. Music is here? Okay, oh, you mean, okay, yeah, we're good. Faye wants to be reminded to finish 3 backgrounds for the big things coming. Is Faye here? I don't know if he is. Punk Asian wants to be reminded that Windows 10 is dead. That's true. Xtag wants to be reminded to keep manually blinking and breathing. Faye also wishes to be reminded to save the VODs. Well, he's not here, so that's his own problem. Have a nice and good week. I hope you had a nice and good Thanksgiving. Thank you, Past Eggy. Okay. So. It looks like, okay, it looks like we need to head to Death Mountain. But there might be something more to do. Thank God, I almost stopped breathing. Remember to breathe. Remember to blink, or your eyes will fall out. Thank God EGGY net is working perfectly now. Yeah, we're good, we're good. I promise for people who just got here, it's usually more stable than this. Yeah, we got the Gordons here. But I need to figure out, so we have to go to Death Mountain, which is not through here. Which way was it again? I think we need to go back outside. This is the opposite of outside. Well, if we recommended some good tutorials on how to breathe recently. I mean, I guess, I don't know, what is a guided meditation? But a breathing tutorial. You still bring up your internet. Every time so far has lagged when you did. Fair. True. Alright, we're on the Death Mountain Trail. Where actually is Death Mountain? Oh, is it further up from the village? We can't go there. How exactly do we get to Death Mountain? Maybe this sign will be helpful. Nope. You are incredible, destroying the Dodongos. Do you mind if I call you Big Brother? I mean, that's fine, but where is... How do I get to Death Mountain? I forgot to put this in the EGGY diary. They probably told me and I just forgot. Let's see. Follow the trail along the edge of the cliff and you will reach Goron City, home of the Gordon City. Oh, maybe it's up this way. It's probably up this way. Ah, it's probably up this way and I have to explode all these... There we go, that's probably it. I have to explode all these rocks. And try not to die doing it. Here we go. Watch me just die of... Oh boy, this is... Ooh, okay. I don't want to backseat unless you want me to. It's fine. I think I know what I need to do. I just need to get better at doing it. Like, this is a timing thing, and I'm not succeeding at this timing. It takes some practice. Yeah, I figured. There's one way to do it. What, explode yourself? Nope. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Because I'm trying to figure out the timing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. Oh, and I get a ruby. They're useless. My purse is full, but like... There we go. Now we can get there. I'm oh, you know, there's a fairy there. She'll probably heal me. That's probably... Whoa! Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm gonna die of... Oh, I'm gonna die of Big Rock. I died of Big Rock. Oh boy. Okay. Let me try that again. He's literally a musician, so cannot time-based puzzles. No, here's the thing, is that like, the time-based puzzles I have to be careful with because there's like enough lag. Especially if it's audio related. There's enough lag that like, it's difficult to do. Please don't make me explode these things again. Oh, thank God. Okay. At least I only had to do it once. At least I only had to do it once. Probably should have eaten some rocks before I went up here. Unless there's maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some trick.
Listen, Darunia said that a fairy lives on top of Death Mountain, didn't he?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do like a lot of voices today. There, big rock, okay. Is there like some telegraphic big rock falling? Or you just gotta like run and hope for the best? Alright, I use the shield button to wait until the pause between rock fall waves. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You probably take less damage like that. No, I'm gonna eat some rocks first. Game audio is kind of louder than you? Okay.
Hey!
Alright. Yummy rocks. I know it's one of those things with games like, oh, look at these silly Gordons. Silly Gordon eating rocks. But then you actually like break open a rock and there's like 3 hearts in there and you're like, okay, I guess they are. I guess they're somewhat nutritious to humans then. Okay, can I, if I have the shield up, can I move? I can, okay. Okay, so it's in waves. I assume it was like location. Interesting. That must be a super strong shield. It's tanking like absolutely. Salt, which is like, oh goodness. Ah! Hold on. To be fair, we eat salt, which is that like salt is a rock. Salt is a rock. Wait, hold on. Whoops. Wrong weapon. Okay. There we go. If one of those falling rocks would just absolutely kill you. I mean, yes, but also if you fell from like a height that Link tends to fall from, that would also probably kill you. What time is it? It's 13:26. In real life? No, it's not. Okay. I don't know. Human bodies are a lot more delicate than you think it would be. Like, you know how in video games, like, you have to fall quite a distance to take fall damage? But then in real life, if you, like, trip, you can fall, like, 0 feet. You can fall 0 feet and still hurt yourself pretty bad, you know? Ugh. IRL, you don't respawn at the nearest entrance, I think. Yeah, it might take you all the way back to the beginning. I'm trying to talk to you. You've done well to come all the way up here. EGGY. This is the summit of the sacred Death Mountain. Hoot. It is said that the clouds surrounding this peak reflect the condition of Death Mountain. When they look normal, it is at peace. Climbing all the way up here just proves how smart you are. Now I want to see you make another smart move. The Great Fairy lives on this mountaintop, and she will give you a new skill. She is the leader of the fairies, you know. Ooh. I will perch here and wait for you. When you're ready to go back down, I can help you. Now get going. Okay. Let's go see what the Great Fairy's on about. Why is it every time the sun sets in Hyrule, there's some baby somewhere that goes,
EGGY, it's so hot in here. We can't stay here for long.
Oh boy. Where are we going? Hold on. Oh, we gotta cross that, like... Okay, hold on. Okay. Pretty sure, I think it's a zombie or something. I don't know, I just thought it was a baby who was like scared of the dark or something. Exit? Yeah, I know I need to get to the exit. I just had to... Like, they do not give you even a second to think about, like, which way you're going. Like, you just gotta throw yourself into the lava pit and hope for the best. Oh, and they don't even turn back the clock completely! Is this even possible? Oh wait, hold on. Do I just... Did I just catch on fire? Just catch on fire. When the AC breaks in my house. Like, I didn't realize you just catch on fire. Like, you don't even, like... Oh, whoops. I don't think I can go in here yet, maybe. Other side of the owl? Oh, it was in here. Okay. Do I need to explode it? I guess so. There we go. This is like the opposite of being on fire. Opposite. The crest of the royal family of Hyrule is inscribed here. Okay. Oh, do I have to sing a song? Sing a song. Do I have to Ocarina a song? Just exploding anything you don't understand? Okay, well it worked. Are you gonna argue with me on that? Because I can't climb up into here. Oh yeah, this is probably... I have to play that one song. Left, up, right, left, up, right. Okay. You want you to suffer forever. Well, I don't know. I just figured there would be another trial before getting to the fairy fountain, but I guess the dungeon was trialing us. Alright. Welcome, EGGY. I am the Great Fairy of Power. I'm going to grant you a sword technique. Receive it now. Imagine if that's how learning works. The teacher's like, I'm gonna teach you this. Receive it. And they just beam it directly into your brain. You go to school, and like lessons are just like a giant lady beaming skills into your brain. Alright, I can now do... You mastered the secret sword technique of spin attack. Hold B to recharge your weapon. Release B to unleash a wave of energy with your spin. You want to release energy without charging your weapon. Just rotate once and press B for a very effective quick spin. When you charge power for a spin attack, magic power will be consumed. Pay attention to your green magic meter. Hey boy, you're a messenger of the royal family, aren't you? Next time you're in their neighborhood, you should drop in on a friend of mine who lives by Hyrule Castle. She'll surely grant you another new power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Okay, I want to try out... Whee! Whee! Can't go directly into the pool. That's unfortunate. You really think about it, school's just giant people beaming skills into your brain. It just takes a while. Yeah, they're beaming them in very slowly. But then again, you don't always need a person to beam something. Like, is a book or like a YouTube tutorial, is that gonna beam anything into your brain? Okay, I'm gonna try this again now that we got slightly longer on it. This looks explodey. I can probably explode this. Did I put the bomb close enough to it? I did. No, I didn't. Uh-oh. Ooh. Wait, that's it? That's it? Oh god. I'm gonna catch on fire again. No, I'm gonna catch on fire! You can now tell what time it is inside the volcano, so I can now know... I now know... how long I will... like, what time it is while I burn to death. Okay. The owl will help you get down. Okay. Hoot hoot. Well, it looks like you've grown up a little from the Great Fairy's power. But you still don't really look like the hero who will save Hyrule. At least not yet. If you are going back down the mountain, I can lend you a wing. Come here and grab my talons, and hold on tight. Hoot hoot. Alright. What happens if I screw up? Oh, okay, it's a cutscene. Oh, they're doing the big impressive camera thing! You guys were right when you said they pull this trick so much. Like, again, I just know this was super impressive at the time of release. Alright, where do we go back to? We have to talk to Zelda, maybe? Where's it back again? Here we go. This is actually so cool. When I was a kid, I would go back up to the owl to watch it again. Yeah, like I said, like, this was probably, like, super... like, it looks kind of just normal now, but, like, this was probably, like, super, super impressive at the time of release. Uh-oh. That's fine. I'll be careful. The city is just right over here, so... we'll be okay. Although I probably will have to, like, stand outside for a while. Knock on the door. See if they have somebody there after hours to let me in. Good. Oi, it's me, the hero of time. Let me in. Let me in. You know who you're talking to? You know how important I am? Yeah, this is some of the first 3D in video games. It was the best they had. Yeah. And like, it isn't not impressive, but it's like... I remember you guys telling me that with Majora's Mask, like, one of the impressive things with it was that the city was, like, fully built with, like, and not just, like, a like, you know, a JPEG with a bunch of 3D models on top. Okay, we're gonna have to go talk to the princess, I guess. Temple of... Have I been in here before? There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time. That is how the inscription reads. Okay. Well, we only got 1 stone, so we'll have to come back later. We also don't know the Song of Time, so it's kind of that too. Yeah, the town is a PNG, but it's cleverly mapped to look rendered. Yeah. I mean, it looks a little less convincing now, but... Again, at the time, it's like, yeah, that's a really smart way to do things. Like, to me now, it looks a little bit like... You know in animated movies, when you have, like, the backgrounds drawn in way more detail? Like in 2D animation, when the background is drawn with way more detail than the, like, animated moving people? And you can always tell when an object is about to get interacted with because of the way it looks. I kind of feel like that with this, but...
Let's see. I wonder if Saria knows anything about the other spiritual stones.
Oh, you're telling me to go all the way back to the village? Tell me to go all the way back there? Okay, give me like 2 seconds. I need to... straighten myself up. You know, sometimes I think I'm like... Sometimes I wonder if, like, the muscles that I'm tensing are, like, in my armpits. Because, like, my armpits are very ticklish. And I'm like... Sometimes I feel like I'm, like... I feel like there's probably a muscle there that would feel really good to massage if I wasn't so ticklish. You know? Maybe I need to start doing whatever this lady's doing. I bet this is probably like really good exercise for you. Let me do it a little bit. I'm gonna step back and do this. That actually felt good. Whatever this lady is doing is actually helping. I recommend you try it. Like, you really gotta, like, rotate your body. But it actually does feel good. This actually is a good stretch. I approve. I encourage you all to try it if your shoulders are stiff. Alright. Okay. Back to business. Happy mask shop. Okay, let's take a look. Where is it? Is it here? Is this the mask shop? No, this is the bazaar. Is it in an alleyway? Is it back here? Is this it? I don't remember where it is. I feel like I've been in it before. I think this is just someone's house. Someone just lives here. Okay, I did it and actually made my neck feel better. I know! Thank you! Strange lady doing strange dance. Thank you, random lady in Castletown. Is this a door we can enter? Guess not. You know what you're doing? It seems strange that packs of dogs roam our streets at night. Doesn't that seem weird to you? I guess. Hey, what? What's wrong with loitering around all day? Huh, kid? This guy is unemployed. Between arrow shop icon and potion shop icon. Oh, it's this one over here. Okay. Ah, here we go. Happy Mask Shop. Please read this sign before you use the shop. How the shop works. We do not sell masks at this shop. We just lend them to you. You sell the loan masks on your own. You pay back the money for the mask. We will lend you a newer model. You can borrow masks you have already sold again. However, you can— Is this the stock market? Is this the stock market? Is this like turnips? I'm not sure I understand how this works. Okay, so we lend them to you. You sell them. You pay back the money. We lend you a new... You borrow masks you have already sold again. We can only sell each model... Again, I don't understand the economics of this. So, okay, so he gives me a mask. Well, lends me, but like, you know, I now have it in my possession. I can sell the mask to somebody else. I make money. And then I have to... Do I have to bring back the mask? Or do I have to give him back the money? Is this a loan? Is this like a loan? Like, okay, how does this work? Hi! Welcome to the Happy Mask Shop. We deal in masks that bring happiness to everyone. How would you like to be a happiness salesman? I'll lend you a mask. You sell the mask and bring the money back here. If you want to read the fine print, take a look at the sign, right over there. After you've sold all the masks, you will become happy yourself. Have faith. I guess a mask is a C button item. Set it to C and press C to wear it. If you talk to someone with a mask on, you might get a reaction. If anyone is interested in the mask, he or she will ask you about it. Someone may want the mask. Somewhere in the world, somebody is waiting for these masks. Just have faith. Okay. That's the only one that he has in stock, right? Oh, wait. Mask of Truth, not for sale. I guess I got the heat mask. Wear it with C to show off. You'll be a popular guy with this mask on. Man, in Majora's Mask, that one was like much more difficult to get. All right, let's see what do you got for me. Yeah, I'm like a salesperson and I'm being paid by like... I'm not even getting paid because I don't have room in my wallet. Okay. I hate foxes. Okay. Sorry. Yeah? What's your problem? This shop was like, people will think you're cool if you wear this, and everyone I've talked to, they're like, I hate you. Get away from me. A mask. When I was a little kid, I also wore masks. What? You say you can't imagine me doing that? Alright. Wow, how nostalgic. That reminds me of when I was a little kid. What? Have we met before? Aw, that's so cute. Could you tell me where you found it? No one's asked to buy it yet, though. Am I failing? I'm failing as a Mask MLM member. Wow, how nostalgic. That reminds me of when I was a little kid. Mask. Okay, hold on. This is the same. Oh, I guess you gotta sell it to a kid, right? Because only a kid would want to buy it.
Oh wow, it's cute. Hi, kid.
I guess, although children have no money, so I guess you got that to deal with. What about the people in the crowd here? Oh, I hate foxes. Okay, they hate me. They hate me. What about the people over here? Do they also hate me? Yeah. Hey, Sonny, I'll tell you something helpful. I heard there is a mysterious fountain somewhere near the castle. Yeah, no, I'm aware of it. Oh, does the mask turn... Like, does he take off the mask every time he loads into a new scene? Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I'll worry about the mask later. I get the feeling this isn't a priority. I probably need to talk to Zelda. If I can remember how to get there. Let me in again. Do you really want to go through this gate that much? Let me think about it. Okay, but in return, give me 10 rupees. Thank you, gladly. Oh, wait. I can't bribe them either? Oh, is it 10 rupees per try? Oh boy, okay. Oh, now there's stakes. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Wait, no! He rotated himself slightly. I had no idea you could just pay that guy. Oh, is there another way in? Is there another way in? Oh, the climbable vines. Oh, right, at the beginning there. I think I saw them on my way in. I just ignored them for whatever reason. Here. Oh, okay, yeah, these guys. Are they that arbitrary about where on the screen they are? Okay. There we go. Okay, now just don't get caught again. Okay. Just be better at gaming. Just be better at gaming. Just be better at it. Okay. Get ahead from the fence gate is abominable wrong. Oops. Oh, I see. Is this gonna actually give me anything, or is this just gonna be like, here's the time, it's 1 in the afternoon. hey, this was actually something. It takes you here. There we go. Oh yeah, because that was the other fairy was like, visit my friend near the castle. This must be the friend near the castle. Was this scandalous? Was this considered scandalous at the time of the game's release? Welcome, Eggy. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. Hello, Calavera. My voice is a little tired today, so I don't think I'm gonna do the voices. You found the scary lady? Scary. Alright. We can now throw fire. You can use Din's fire, not only to attack, but also to burn things. That's what it does, yes. It was rated E on the ESRB upon first release in the USA. I don't know why due to such visuals. Because, like, okay, to my, like, 2025 eyes, I look at this and I'm like, okay, this would not be that scandalous. This doesn't read as super scandalous to me just because of how low poly it is. Like, I don't think anybody is going to be, like, you know, finding this overly done when there's just, like, you know, cone boobs. But I imagine when graphics were not so powerful, then I'm like, was this considered scandalous? Were parents, like, seeing their kids playing this and they were like, oh! When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Okay. Back then, magazines used to have half-naked women on them, and gaming events had booth babes, not really. Yeah, but, like, children also played video games, so, like, I'm like, were the parents not, like, super scandalized about that? Would a Great Fairy VTuber be banned from Twitch? Depends. Do you think, does the Great Fairy show underboob? Hold on. Can we get her to come out again? Nope, okay, she only comes out when she wants to. Alright. Okay, now we still have the same problem as before. Oh right, we have to go up this way. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got it. Would the Great Fairy be under the pool category because they're in a fountain? Yeah, it's like, actually this is normal to wear a swimsuit. What else would she wear in the fountain? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the Great Fairy fountains look insanely refreshing. I would be refreshed. I would be very refreshed. Okay. So it looks like we can't... Can we get in? Is this like a... I think we might need to wait for daylight. It's kind of funny to think of how booth babes were a thing back then. I mean, to an extent they still are a thing, right? Like, I definitely know of some companies that will hire cosplayers to, like, work at their booths. But I don't know. Then again, I guess maybe with cosplayers it's a little different. No! Gotta go take care? Okay, have a good day. Yeah, because I guess with cosplayers it's a bit different, because it's not enough to just be, like, a sexy lady standing there. You have to be, like, a sexy lady with, like, a well-done wig. A properly styled wig. And a nice-looking costume. It's not enough to just be a sexy lady anymore. Our standards have gone up. Maybe Nintendo should add a Great Fairy fountain. Oh, sorry, I got so distracted by that comment. That's such a good idea that I got distracted and went out of the castle again. That would actually go hard. Great Fairy fountain onsen. That would go hard. That would kind of go hard. I would absolutely bathe there. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to log in. Sometimes try to do a compromise with a Booth Girl cosplayer had to know a minimal amount of knowledge of the thing. Like, on purpose? Like, they're trying to be like, hey, can you be hot and not know anything about the thing? Oh yeah, I have to like swim around, don't I? That's how I have to get around. I went to a breakdance championship sponsored by Red Bull, and they hired showgirls to pose with the winners. But unlike they thought that the competition had a women's tournament, so they awkwardly posed with the women's champion. Having a women's division in your championship and not having the good sense to like hire a bunch of pretty boys. Oh, can I not push this? This is not pushable. Uh-oh. Hold on. Guys. Am I stuck here? Or do I just need to work harder? Here we go. Hold on, I can't push this or pull it? There we go. Okay, do not instantly get caught by the guards staring directly at me. Okay. Yeah. Anime voice was such an untapped market for so long. I don't know. Every so often, people remember that women have money and, like, are willing to spend it. I don't know why that's, like, a fact that people forget every few years. And then every so often, somebody remembers, and then, like, you get, like, a bunch of, like, pretty boy stuff. And then suddenly everyone forgets again. Okay. How does this part work again? Do I just have to, like, hope? Where are these guys even looking? I ran right under his nose and he didn't say anything. And then I like go off a little bit to the side and he's like, hey, you're not supposed to be in here. Oh, just can't be here at night. Oh, it's a time of day thing. Oh, I see. Is this necessary? Because I'm just like... I was under the impression I needed to, like, inform Zelda so she could tell me where to go next. Because the Great Fairy sure doesn't tell you. That guy's moving. That guy was zooming. Is this walkable or not? Yes, it is. I don't need any more money, though. Okay. No! I made it. Are we back here again? I don't know. Do we have to... I was under the impression that we have to, like, talk to Zelda so she can tell us where to go next. Because the Great Fairy says, oh, visit my friend near the castle, and then I did, and then... Yesn't? What do you mean, yesn't? Is Zelda not the one who's gonna tell me where to go next? You can talk to her? Does she not do anything? Because I don't know where to go next. At least I don't really have any guesses, is the issue. I forget the natural progression of this because I've played it 100 times. No! Okay. Sorry, a song lets you ask Navi for help? Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. I can... Let me give that a try. That's true. I guess I keep forgetting because in my mind I'm like, this is Zelda's plan. Why would Saria know any of this? What is this posture? Why is he standing like that? Down, right, left. Alright, let's see. What does Saria have to say about this?
Eggy, this is Saria. Can you hear me? Are you collecting spiritual stones? You have one more to find? You mean the spiritual stone of water, don't you? The great Deku Tree once told me that King Zora,
ruler of Zora's domain,
has it. Do you want to talk to some?
Okay, so we need to go find the Zoras, wherever that happens to be. Okay, let's just get ourselves thrown out of the castle, it's fine. Definitely doing his best posture. You know what the posture looks like? You know when you're having like a school photo taken as a kid? Like, look at this. Like, you know when you're having a school photo taken as a kid and like, they tell you to pick one of 3 poses, regardless of whether or not you're actually good at doing that pose? That's what this looks like. This looks like Link's like grade 2 school photo. Where like he was told to stand like this, but like he didn't really understand what they were going for. So the photographer's trying to direct him. That's what he looks like. Even that facial expression it's given school photo. Like on the blank background, it's giving school photo. I'm thinking of like when I was a kid, there was one time where we had to pick poses out of like 3 poses. And I remember everybody in my class picked the same one except for me. Everybody picked like the arms by side kind of pose, and I picked the like arms crossed in front pose, and I was the only one. Literally everybody except me picked the other one. You got to move poses? We were in a friggin' assembly line. Sit, smile, look up, flash, get out. Yeah, for us it was, well, I don't know, depended on the year. There was only one year, I think, my mom said that there was only a couple years, like she bought like the first few years of school of like kindergarten photos. But like, she said that there was also grade 2. There was like one day in grade 2 where like, I guess whatever company they had come in to do the photos was just like better at their jobs. Or they had more stuff. Because she said that like, those turned out really nice. Like, they were like kind of, they were almost like, she said they were almost like, it looked like they were almost candid. Like they were really nice. They were like really naturally posed. I don't remember any of this, but she said that like it looked like they had like some kind of like mini structure to use as like the set for the photos instead of just putting you in front of like a backdrop. And those are the only other photos that she bought. Every other one, well, I don't know, I guess grade 6 photos we bought. My mom would always get frustrated with me for how I smiled in my photos. Or, like, she's like, why, both me and my sister, she's like, why don't you show your teeth? And we're like, I don't know, it looks weird. It's really hard to smile, like, naturally with your teeth on command. That's actually quite difficult. Yeah, this reminds me of the baseball photos we take every year in Little League. Yeah! This looks, yeah, this, you're right, this is giving sports. This is giving, like, children's baseball team sports. Maybe it's a sword. Maybe it's a sword that does it. Posing like a kid showing off his jorts. We had family photos done once with a few props and backdrop, but that's it. I was like 2. Yeah, when I was a kid, I remember once my parents, because we used to go to like Walmart or to like a department store and get our family photos for Christmas done there. And one year my parents are like, this is too expensive. We'll do it on our own at home. And then they quickly remembered why we used to pay other people to do it. Because I swear to God that my parents were like, oh, come, this is only going to take a couple minutes. And then it took 2 hours. Like, my parents are like, okay, we'll set it up like this. Okay, no, well, what about like this? Try it with our glasses on. Try it with our glasses off. In the family room? No. In the living room? In the living room, but in a different part of the living room. In front of the fireplace? No. You know, higher angle, lower angle. It took like 2 hours for them to get something that they were like satisfied with. And then after that, they were like, you know what? Okay, yeah, that's fair. We remembered why we pay for the service. I remember I got yelled at for making a face when I thought I was just smiling. Yeah, well the thing is I think people kind of overestimate like how much control children have over their faces. Adults too, but like children especially. Like, I think trying to make a face intentionally is actually a skill you usually don't learn until later on in life. Or like you have to have like very good knowledge of your facial muscles to know kind of how to make a good face for an appropriate occasion, you know? Yeah, I cannot get a good photo smile unless I simulate a big candid smile right before the flash. I've definitely gotten better at it over time. Like my non-candid smiles are as good as my candid ones, but like, because I don't know, I think there's also a kind of smile. I imagine if you like get into modeling, that's probably the kind of smile they have to teach you how to do that like is fake but real, if that makes sense. Like I feel like there's a kind of like, you know this isn't like a real person standing there and laughing because it looks a little too like it doesn't look spontaneous enough. It looks a little too stiff, but like it doesn't look fake either. Like I feel like there's like that balance that they kind of look for in photos. Me smiling in the mirror. Me smiling for school photos. I still can't raise my right eyebrow. Left easy, I don't know why. Honestly, maybe that's a normal thing, because I think I can't do it either. But then again, I feel like that might also just be like a genetic thing, because I also can't do, you know the Star Trek thing, where you have like the like live long and prosper hand signal, where you put like your first 2 fingers together, and then there's like a gap, and then you have your like ring finger and pinky together? I can't do that either. Like my ring finger doesn't have that kind of dexterity to move back and forth on its own. It usually just follows whatever like the fingers next to it are doing. So yeah, I actually can't do that. I've never been able to do it. I guess 120 is a couple. Yeah, just like a couple minutes. A few minutes. 120 can be a few. Yeah, a good fake smile needs the eyes to slightly squint. Yeah, it's not just about the mouth. It's also, yeah, usually it's in the eyes. But I guess that's what acting is for, you know? Hold on, I'm just gonna grab myself some more water. Give me like 2 seconds. I can move my ears, but I can't wiggle my nose. See, I can wiggle my nose, but I can't move my ears. You know what? Actually, now that we're here, I might as well just grab myself a snack. Now that we're already here yapping about Link's school photos. But I'm literally missing some strand or muscle or tendon or something on my right ring finger. I can't remember what. Yeah, I don't know if it's just like a genetic thing. Like how some people can like... You know, some people can like cross their eyes or something and others are worse at it. Because like, I don't think... It's on both hands. I can't do it with either hand. But I don't think it's due to like some missing muscle or like injury I've ever... Unless I somehow managed to injure both ring fingers at the same point in my life, I don't think that's happened to me, so it's probably not that. Okay, let me just yap and munch on my popcorns. Fake school smile, be like, ugh. Well, you get like the kids where like, you know, like when you haven't figured out what smiling is supposed to look like yet, and you just go ee. You just go ee. And you don't really look like you're smiling, but like technically your teeth are showing. And like your mouth is wide. Ee. I brutally broke a finger and now it's permanently crooked. Brutally. Yeah, I don't think I've never broken a bone. Hopefully I don't, like, walk outside today and break a bone instantly. But I've never had a broken bone. I don't know how common it actually is to break a bone. Maybe it's because, like, I didn't play sports as a kid. So, like, I didn't exactly have a ton of opportunities to break a bone. Like, I know you can break a bone from, like, anything. Like, you can trip and fall and break a bone. But, like, you know, most of the people I knew who broke bones at some point were all people who did some kind of sports. I freak hands and my fingers do freak things, double jointed. Ah. I broke my left middle finger and I was very amused as a child to have a middle finger cast. Like, oh, you can be rude with your broken finger. I punched a wall in 8th grade and broke my hand. Now my pinky metacarpal is bent. What? I also did not punch a lot of walls as a kid. It was in wrestling, the entire weight of myself and my opponent landed solely on the fingertip, and it was like 90 degrees angle. I consider that brutal. Ugh! Sports injury. I broke my hand falling off my bike as a kid. I mean... A few years ago, my mom broke her wrist, when ice skating. So, like, yeah, I guess at some point, like, it's probably difficult. If you get out enough, it's probably difficult to go your entire life without breaking anything at least once. But... Do that. With sports, you probably fall more. Yeah. And also, you're just, like, doing things that you probably wouldn't normally do. Right? Like, I know a few people who did, like, gymnastics who broke something at some point, but that's because gymnastics were, like... Gymnastics involves doing a bunch of things that you wouldn't do in normal life, right? Like, yeah, you're more likely to, like, break your wrist if you're doing a cartwheel than if you're not doing a cartwheel. Because cartwheels are not, like, a thing people do in their normal life, right? Punching German walls hurts? Are German walls, like, thicker or something? Yeah. The family has a history of Dupuytren's disease, so I'm gonna get crooked fingers no matter how careful I am. I'm not sure I know what that is. One of the worst was in football. 11 out of 10 got a concussion, and the coach was like, don't tell your parents, and I didn't. I played on a concussed brain, which is probably not good for my long-term brain health. Yeah, isn't that, like, a huge thing with football right now? It's like, it turns out that, like, being hit in the head repeatedly is bad for your head. And, like, we've somehow taken this long to come to that conclusion. In Europe, walls are often stone, not drywall. Ah, okay, okay. I see. Probably because they're all, like, old buildings, right? Because, like, I've never punched a hole in the wall. I've kicked a hole in a wall once. So I know our walls can't be that thick. And it was patched up with, I guess, plaster. So, yeah, I guess it can't be that hard. I punched a concrete wall thinking it was drywall in 8th grade. Concrete wall? That said, that was just for a house. Like, I don't know what school walls are made out of. I imagine they're probably a bit thicker. I kicked a hole as well. We just put a poster of it. You see, the thing is that, like, when I kicked a hole, we had to patch it over because it was in a place that you can't really put a poster over. Or, like, you could, but it would look very silly. It was too close to the ground. Yeah. Because I think, obviously, my parents found the hole, partly because I told them about it. Because I kicked the wall and then immediately was like, oh no! I didn't think the wall was actually going to break. I think the trade-off with the solid walls are worse air circulation. Well, yeah, because, like, I don't know... There's probably, I imagine, probably varying degrees of quality of insulation, too. Also, isn't that, like, the reason why, like, the UK always has issues with, like, everything being too hot? Like, it gets, like, a little bit hot there and everyone starts melting? Isn't that one of the reasons? Is because all the buildings are, like, old and were built to, like, keep people warm in the winter, so they're all made to, like, retain as much heat as possible? Isn't that, like, the issue with the UK? As opposed to here, where it's like, all our houses are, like, less old, and they're all, like, made out of the new fancy insulation. No, it's because they're weak and not used to heat. I mean, well, there's that too, but, like, also, like, isn't that, like, an actual thing with the houses? UK also has, like, no AC or something, at least most homes, I think. I mean, I guess if it's, like, a thing that they didn't have to deal with in the past. Because I remember once, there was one time I went to Montreal with my family. And it was during a heat wave. And when we went to the mall was, like, super crowded. Because a lot of housing in Montreal wouldn't have air conditioning because they don't need it for most of the year, right? Like, Montreal's pretty cold most of the year, so... There's, like, maybe 2 or 3 months where it gets hot enough to need it. So a lot of houses don't have it. Which means that everybody was going to the mall so that they could be in the air conditioning. Yeah, they don't have the infrastructure for AC. Yeah. I don't know what it is with Montreal, because, like, I've been to Ottawa before, and I feel like most places in, like, houses in Ottawa also had air conditioning. And I don't think the weather is that much different in Ottawa versus Montreal, right? I don't understand why, like, Ottawa would have air conditioning, but, like, Montreal wouldn't. But maybe the Ottawa houses are newer or something, or maybe they're older, or maybe, like, they're built differently. My landlord refuses to replace the thin insulation, so it's hot in summer, cold in winter, and the central AC can't keep up. Oof. It's like how people rush to get AC during that Vancouver heat wave. I mean, yeah, I guess Vancouver is usually more, like, temperate, right? They probably don't need that much of either thing. If no AC due medical needs, people just use window units or something. I guess it depends. Like, there's probably, like, window units, maybe, like, fans, smaller air conditioning units. Again, it's only for a couple months out of the year, usually. And usually it doesn't get that hot. It gets harder than you'd think, but it's not like... It's not like super, super, super hot. But yeah, a lot of the British windows are not designed to accept window units. What, like they're not like wide enough or something? Not to act like that guy that thought that was too much yapping. There's a particular reason for the side pause aside from talking being too involved into the game. I'm eating my eggy snack. I'm eating my eggy snack. That's why we're paused on Link's school photos. But yeah, I guess getting used to like insulation. Like, because like one of the things that I dealt with in Japan is like, it turns out you actually have to use your heating and cooling unit. Like, I wasn't used to that. Because, like, again, okay, check off on the bingo sheet, Eggy mentions when I was in Japan, but, like, you have to, like, actually... You have to actually use your air conditioning unit and your heating unit. Well, I mean, it was one unit, but, like, you actually have to use the unit. You actually have to turn it on. It's there for a reason. Stop trying to save electricity by never using it. You're not even paying that much for electricity. It's not even that expensive. Please just... Please just turn on the heater. Instead of complaining that you're cold all the time. Yeah, dehumidifier, right? Yeah, use the dehumidifier. See... So my unit had dehumidification, it had air conditioning, and it had heating. And I don't think I used any of those settings enough. Like, because again, I thought I didn't need them. And then I'd be like, why am I uncomfortable all the time? Why is there mold growing on the windows? Because I didn't... Because that's the other thing too, is you also have to open your window every once in a while. Like, because in Canada, like, it gets so cold here, right? So houses are kind of built in a way that, like, allows them to be ventilated enough without having to open the window, because, like, you know, if it's like -20 outside and you have to open a window, then like that's not gonna end well for anybody, right? So I was used to like never having to open the window, and then I was like, why is there mold growing on the window? And it's just because you're supposed to open the window. So I started doing that. Like, after I would take a shower, or sometimes after cooking, I would open the window. And then it's like, oh, it turns out this is what I was supposed to do the whole time. Whoops. But also, I can't say I got to, like, I had to use the AC a lot, just because I got there in, like, September. So it was pretty hot for the first few weeks I was there. But after that, I was able to just, you know. There was a period of time where I could just make do with nothing. It wasn't until, like, November or early December that I had to actually start turning on the heat. How long were you there? Okay, I was there from, end of September 2022 until beginning of April 2023. So that was, like, 6-7 months. It was, like, a 6-month semester, but I didn't have to be out of the dorm until, like, end of March, so I stayed until then. So yeah, it was mostly, like, wintertime. Although I did get to skip Canadian winter. Like, let me say, Japanese winter was much milder. It was fine. Did you guys have a KFC Christmas? Not KFC. I think I had, like, a Family Cheeky Christmas. Because, KFC is actually quite busy. They actually take reservations ahead of time. If you want to have KFC chicken for Christmas, you have to, like, make a reservation. If you want to get a lot of chicken. But like, I don't know. It's not just KFC. I guess other places. I'm curious about the average cold Kanto City versus Hokkaido cold, if it's the same or worse. I didn't get to go to Hokkaido. If you look up average temperatures, I feel like Sapporo is probably the same as like, maybe like Toronto. Like it definitely gets cold enough to get snow, but it's not like, you know, -20 every day for weeks on end kind of thing. Because yeah, I know Hokkaido gets snow. And I guess, I don't know. Tokyo sometimes gets a little bit of snow, but it doesn't like stay around, right? Like you don't have like piles and piles of snow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Toronto's on the warmer side, so I guess not too terrible. Well, I feel like if you match up, like, in terms of like, is it latitude or maybe it's longitude? Like if you match it up, like where like Sapporo is versus where like I feel like that would probably match up with like, I don't know, somewhere further in like the northern half of the US or like the southern half of Canada. Mm-hmm. Was it the ocean winds? I guess maybe. Well, because hold on, is Sapporo's not that close to the coast, is it? Like, I don't think it's that close to the coast. Although I guess Japan is like a smaller country, so close to the coast is like a much more subjective sentence there. But, Japan's latitude range is about the same as Texas to Chicago. Okay, yeah, so I guess assume that winter in the northernmost part of Japan would be similar to Chicago, I guess? I just know the UK is more temperate than other land on the same latitude. Sorry, I'm finishing my popcorns. Yeah, like let me actually look up on a map. Where is Sapporo? Because I seem to remember it being not that close to the coast, but I might be wrong. Okay, it's a little closer than I thought. I wouldn't call it like, I wouldn't say it's like bordering on the ocean the same way that like Osaka and Kobe are, where it's like, yeah, this is just like right on the edge. But like it's not that far. It's a little bit far. It's not that, well, I guess there's some parts of it that are closer than others. Like, it seems to be a pretty spread out place, though. Like, when I look up Sapporo, it like, has a red line tracing out, like, where it is. So I'm assuming that, like, it's probably, like, a very spread out kind of city. Like, maybe if I look up the temperatures. Sapporo average temperature by month. Let's see. So, January is -1, low of -8. This is in Celsius. Let me see for Toronto. Hold on. Toronto average temperature by month. Okay, so to compare with Toronto, yeah, it looks like Toronto is actually slightly warmer. January average high of 0, average low of -7. Okay, so it's not that. And like, what's the hottest for July or August? 526, low of 19 for Sapporo, and then 527, low of 18. So it's just like mildly colder, slightly colder than Toronto, I guess. How bad is Toronto humidity? Is the heat index like 10 degrees higher? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say Toronto's that humid. I've been in places far more humid, I think, than Toronto. I mean, granted, some of those were Osaka, but... Okay, so we need to go back to figure out where Zoras live. Presumably in the water, I'm assuming. London is about the same latitude as Calgary. Sapporo is the same latitude as Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I mean, Calgary gets really cold, though. But also Calgary is, like, comedically landlocked, so... I guess that's why it's so cold. Because, like, Calgary it gets really cold in the winter. Like, minus 46 kind of cold. Okay, switch to Lon Lon Ranch. And what if I go the other way? You're gonna tell me what's over there? No? Okay. Guess I'll just run around and hope for the best. Because I'm assuming Zoras would live in, like, the water, right? Ooh, there's another sign. Let's see what it'll tell us. Is it the ranch again? Yes, we don't need the ranch. We need the oiter. Here's Childling surviving the harsh Hyrule elements and nothing but a silly hat and little green tunic. To the ranch? Do we need to go to the ranch? Is there anything of great importance at the ranch? I guess we can go to the ranch given that everything is... Okay, no, nothing important at the ranch. We can always go to the ranch later. I feel like the ranch will still be there. Being landlocked in higher elevation. True, you're right. Eggy, wait up, buddy. Woohoo! Head south from here to reach Lake Hylia's full rich waters. If you go west, you'll find Gerudo Valley. There's a hideout of a gang of thieves on the other side of the valley. Well, you're free to go anywhere you want. Ooh. Okay, so we need to go south. No matter how hard it is, just don't get discouraged. Ooh. Okay. We're going south. South. South is this way. Okay. Yeah, being landlocked in higher elevation makes... Yeah, I can't imagine his boots absorb that much force against the dirt. Not orthopedically good.
I wonder if Saria knows anything about the other spiritual stone.
We already asked her. That's how we ended up here. Alright, where do we go from here? Oh, we can climb the fence? Hold on. I know we can do that. Lake Hylia. Can we get there? Is it just... Maybe it's just locked off because it's at night. We have to survive. The sun will be up soon. The map on the screen of the palace does tell you the names everywhere if you're so inclined. Oh. Okay, I thought maybe this would open up in the morning. But it is not. What a very curious gate setup. Given that we have a gate here, we have a fence I can hop on my own, and then we have another gate. Very strange security setup, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. See? Big brain. I couldn't see it at night, but I can see it now. I can get around the gate with my big EGGY. Alright, let's go swimming. Let's be swimming. It's time for swimming. Oh, there's an owl there. He'll probably tell us what to do. There we go. This bridge is a little more stable than I was expecting. Okay. We'll have to avoid the big water cracks, but... Alright, tell me what to do. What are you doing? You've come a long way to get up here. You should look at the map subscreen sometimes. EGGY, this is a beautiful lake full of pure clear water. At the lake bottom, there is a water temple used to worship the water spirits. The Zoras are guardians of the temple. The Zoras come from Zora's Domain in northeast Hyrule, an aquatic race. They are longtime allies of Hyrule's royal family. I heard that only the royal family of Hyrule can enter Zora's domain. Woohoo! I'm on my way back to the castle. If you want to come with me, hold on to my talons. Okay, I guess I'm going there anyway. I guess I need to go visit the Zoras first before I can get out of here. They said that they live in the northeast. Legend of EGGY. Hello, Buckfast. Can't stand this owl. That's what all of you were saying. So we need to go in the northeast, which is... Never eat shredded wheat. It's probably this way. Oh, it's probably somewhere up here. Is it the stairs here? I can't get. Does this lead to, like, something else? Yeah, this is Kakariko Village. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, maybe it's that other thing down there. Hold on. See another little exit there. I hate when the sun starts setting and it makes everything look AI generated. Game audio loud? Okay. There we go. Oh, this is down a river, so it makes sense for the Zoras to be living here. Ah, here we go. Zora's River. This is it. Hold on. Okay. Oh, we got a magic jar. Oops. Let me out. Okay. Okay, now let's do 1 billion. Oh yeah, we can use magic now. I don't think that's enough for this though. Woohoo! Looks like you've gotten bigger and stronger already. Just ahead lies Zora's Domain, The Zoras serve Hyrule's royal family by protecting this water source. Their door will not open for anyone except those who have some connection with the royal family. Let them hear the melody of the royal family. Toot-toot-toot. Alright, let's do some sploding. Alright, to get sploded. Oh, we got a chicken! Hold on, can we run with the chicken? Oh, we got a chicken! We got a chicken! No! No! Not the chicken! I've been failed by the chicken. Not the chicken! No! Chicken! Okay. The owl would never do this to me. Let's see, who's this guy here? What's your deal? Chomp, chomp, chomp. How about some magic beans? They are selling very well. How about 10 rupees for one piece? For one bean? Oh well, chomp chomp. Is he eating them? They're 10 rupees a piece and he's just like... He's just munching on them? Just chomping on them? Okay, hold on, I need to get back since my chicken betrayed me. Good morning, Eggy and chat. Hello, random news brains. Hello. Okay. Is there really no other way to cross now that I've lost my chicken? Oh, whoa, 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 no! I've been betrayed by my chicken and now there's no other way. Do I need to like go back and reload? Did it really just only give you one chicken? You don't get a second chicken chance? What are these butterflies? Do they do anything? Apparently not. All I had was one chicken chance. No, 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 no. Am I soft locked? Am I soft locked because I lost my chicken? Hello, hello, I found you on YouTube. Hello, hello. Oh, I should check YouTube chat. I'm sorry. Sorry people on YouTube chat. I can only have one chat window on my screen at once. So if I'm ignoring YouTube, it's because I don't have it pulled up. Everyone on Twitch say hi to everybody on YouTube. Yeah. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you. Here we go. Thank you for watching on Twitch. You're just swimming poorly? How do I take swimming lessons? Woohoo! Looks like you've gotten bigger and stronger already, Eggy. Have I? Just ahead lies Sora's domain. Oh wait, no, this is just the same dialogue as before. Okay, so maybe let's try to not lose our chicken this time. You tap B, you also swim faster. Okay, okay. Let's take a look. What a weird camera pan. Okay, let's try our chicken. Let's try the chicken. I think the problem with the chicken is that time is I jumped from somewhere that was too low. There we go. Oh, there's a piece of heart? I gotta make sure to really not lose my chicken. Important chicken. No! My chicken! I'm failed by my chicken. I guess I can't climb up on anything. As I lose my chicken. Well, we got that much going for us. No! My chicken! Let me get out! Hold on. No! I don't want to die of water spider. I'm here to save you a lot of unnecessary headache. Can I summon a second chicken? Some frogs are looking at you from underwater. What are they looking at? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, is this chicken-related headaches? Sort of. Can you solve my chicken problems? Okay, I can get out here. Can't get out here. Oh, about the piece of heart? Do you believe they aren't chickens, but they're a Hylian species called the cuckoo? I'm not calling them that. They're chickens. They're chickens. What is the point of that gate? Pardon me? Your security? I think from this we can infer that Zoras can't jump very high. Oh wait, no, I'm back at the beginning. Whoops. We can only assume that Zoras cannot jump very high. Yeah, am I screwed if I can't do that here? I'm swimming with all my might here. Yeah, am I screwed without a chicken? Yeah, like here's one in circle. Well, I didn't look at the map carefully enough. Yeah, am I screwed here without a chicken? Do I just have to like leave and come back? Is that the only way? There's gotta be a way to cross without a chicken, right? There has to be. Not screwed without a chicken, just tighter platforming. Oh boy, that's exactly what I'm known for. Tight platforming. You gotta roll off the ledge at a specific angle. Okay. Sounds difficult. And evidently I didn't do that. Okay. You also buy some beans? Is that what the beans do? Alright, okay, maybe we will get a bean. They aren't selling very well. Because you're eating all of them. And selling them for... Alright. Do I have a shovel, though? Do I need, like, a shovel or something? Okay. Let's try to plant a bean. Okay, what does this do? That's a bean. Do I have to wait? In real time? What do I do with it now? It grew. That's for sure. You might need to water the beans. With what? They'll grow more later. Oh, that's right. Do I need like a watering can for the beans? Do I need to have like a water magic or something? Because I know we have fire magic now. Okay, I'll say on the bean you planted you won't regret it. Okay. Well, all I got is here is, I'm waiting. I'm watching grow here. Okay, hold on, I'm stretching. You won't be able to use a bean for a while, my bad. Okay, so I guess I just need to like leave and come back and get my chicken back then. Because I'm not good enough at platforming to do this chickenless. Let's get the chicken. That said, I might end up ending stream a little earlier than usual. So I think by the time once we get where we need to go, I think I'll probably end stream. 'Cause I'm feeling my voice giving out a little. Not like giving out, but like my voice is tired. My voice is tired for reasons I don't understand. Chicken assisted speed run. Okay. Chicken. Let's go. Okay, so I can probably get rid of the chicken here, right? Can I? Oh no, probably not. I still need to be able to jump back in. I need to make sure I'm not jumping back to where I was before. Your voice is what? Yeah, my voice is getting a little, Uma. Okay. Okay, I guess not. Am I stuck? Oh man, I'm stuck again. Am I stuck in I'm stuck down here and I'm chickenless? Oh man. I was charging that attack for so long and then I got killed anyway. Ooh, mow, 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 mow. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if horse is like the right word for it. Where did my map go? Is there like a toggle I turned off by accident? Or does it just not exist at night? I'm assuming there's some relevance to this sentence as well. Scratchy tickle? No, just like tired. Like, I don't know, it's been since like... I think I mentioned it a little bit yesterday. Like, I think I got back from the pool. Like I guess it's been about a week. Last Wednesday or Thursday. No, it had to be Wednesday. I went swimming in the swimming pool. And I got back. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna practice singing for a bit. And then I practiced singing, and then I realized that there was notes I just straight up could not hit. Like... And at the time I was just like, oh yeah, probably just like, my body is tired from swimming. Because it was. It very much was. But then it was like, my voice was like... Like, that was the first time that it happened, where there was just like a note I just straight up... I usually was able to sing, but I just straight up couldn't do this time. For whatever reason. So, and I don't know, since then it's like... Still just being fatigued. Like, I don't know if it was like the way I was singing recently, or... Oh, there's the... Okay, there we go. There was a toggle that I accidentally... There we go. Okay. Looks like we're trying to get up here. We need to go the other way, and not the direction that will cause us to go back to the start. Here we go. This is the way. This is the way. Here we go. Yeah, maybe voice stream. Yeah, because like the thing is, I haven't been singing that much more than usual recently. And I can't say I've been singing that much more different, so I don't know if it was just like something I've been doing that just like screwed me over in some regard. Or if it's just like, I don't know, change in seasons or something. Because it has been like noticeably drier recently. Like maybe I just need to be like running my humidifier way more often. Ooh, what is this? Oh, hold on. Can we get down there? I don't think we can. Can we get down there without drowning is the question. Is there like some tool I need for this? Because I know... okay, yeah, looks like we can't get down there without drowning. I know some games have like steel boots or something. Sleepless waterfall. The flow of this waterfall serves the king of Hyrule. When the king slumbers, so do these falls. Oh! Okay, so we just gotta stand here until nighttime. Okay. Okay, so we just gotta wait until nighttime. And just hope that the king goes to bed on time. Imagine if the king is like the kind of guy who goes to bed at like 3 a.m. and you're just like sitting there in the middle of the night waiting for these falls to stop going. Double speed song? We don't have that here. Temperature changes make sense. It do be getting colder. Body can also be like... I don't know. I think it was also just like a shoulder-neck tension thing. Because like that was something I realized. Because like when I was practicing the other day, I realized there was some notes that I was usually able to hit at any position. And I tried hitting them lying down. And I could hit them just fine. And then when I would sit up, when I was like upright, I couldn't. So I think it might be like also like a shoulder-neck tension thing where like... Because, like, lying down means that, like, you're able to, you know, your posture will improve when you're lying down. And also, I mean, I guess you get a kind of a breathing debuff when it comes to lying down. But I'm not going to ask Saria. I literally already asked Saria. Is the king not asleep yet? Oh my god, is the king not going to sleep? Is the king a night owl? Did he drink water? Okay. Maybe it is Saria's song. Maybe it is. You know what? I don't have any better ideas. I'll take your advice. Down, left, right. Whoops. No, I screwed up. There we go. First we're gonna ask Saria, since I guess we're already here. Eggy, this is Saria. Can you hear me? Are you collecting spiritual stones? You have one more to find. You mean the spiritual stone of water, don't you? The great Deku Tree once told me that King Zora, ruler of Zora's domain, has it. Okay. Well, we're already here, so... Let's ask... Let's do the other one. What was it again? Okay. Wait, hold on. That didn't stop anything. What? I got overconfident. I got overconfident. I got overconfident. You did the smallest jump. Hold on, let me try this again. It's like the waterfall's very much still flowing. Okay, or maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, we've made it to Zora's domain. We're now in Oiter. Okay. So I think I'm probably gonna call it here. Because voice is tired. But before that we'll have to You killed the spider at the same time and changed from night to day so you didn't get the spider token. Scammed! I know, I've been scammed. They scammed me. With my spider token. Now that I think of it, why is this the second... This is the second group of people we run into that live in a cave. Does everybody outside of Hyrule Village, or like out of Castletown, do they all live in caves? Because like the Gorons live in a cave. With fire. And these guys live in a cave with water. Do the Gerudo live in a cave with like sand or something? Are the people of Castletown the only people who don't get to live in a cave? They just live in like a house? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a technological thing. Maybe caves are just like way easier to like 3D model than like anything else. Like, are they gonna live in like... Oh, okay, to be fair, I guess the people... I guess Kokiri Village, they aren't in caves. And... I guess maybe in the forest, you aren't in caves either. Okay, I guess not everybody's in caves. I just think that, like, there's a disproportionately high number of the Hyrulean population that just straight up lives in a cave. Natural shelter with climate control. I mean, I guess there's worse places to live. I just didn't think that, you know, I just didn't think there would be so many of them. Hyrule is very cavernous. Very cavernous. But let me save this. And also make a save state. And make 2 save states. Ganon's so scary, everyone became cave dwellers. We are hiding from big scary man in cave. I don't know. I don't think Ganondorf is like considered scary yet though. Like right now we're at the point in the story where the only person who has like any issue with Ganon is Zelda. And she's just operating on vibes. Okay. Okay, let's open up our letter. What's today? Today is October 15th. Dear Eggy, today probably wasn't as productive a day as last time. We kind of just wandered around until we figured out where we needed to go next. We made it to Zora's domain, so now we need to play the song song. Play. What is it? Hold on. Where'd my cursor go? Play. What is it? Zelda's lullaby for them until they let us. Why is WordPad of all things breaking on me? What? Hello? Okay. Into the water temple. After that, we'll probably have to go to the desert, but we'll worry about that later. The curse of Windows 10. Can I get a line? Oh, yes. Do you have it? Okay. I need, so first, so that's game. That's just the game diary. Now is the EGGY diary. And then it will be eggplant requests. So. Remember to buy your train tickets for next week. Also, remember to shop for accessories and shoes for your outfit for the wedding. Take care of your voice. Do more. Turn on the humidifier. And have some Pavacoa and don't talk if you don't have to. Train to Halifax? No, it's train to previous Eggy City. I have a friend in previous Eggy City. I've talked about it on stream a little bit before, but I have a friend who is, she's getting married, not this week, but like next week, so I will be going there. There will be a short Eggy trip. I don't know, taking the train this time of year is kind of nice though, because like the route it goes, it's kind of nice when all the trees are like orange and stuff. It looks nice. Alright, eggplant requests. Okay, this is a long one. So I'm probably just gonna copy paste it. Let's see. Jake, don't spend all your money at the LGS garage store this weekend, even though you get paid on Friday, which feels like a recipe for disaster. Anyone else got anything that they want to be... Don't breed mold in the humidifier, perhaps? I mean, the humidifier does not contain enough water to... And the water is being, like, forcefully expulsed from the humidifier, so I don't think it's gonna grow mold. Having a wedding after Thanksgiving after everyone stuffs themselves silly. I mean, it's like 2 weeks after. That's like a whole 2-week gap. It's not this weekend, it's like the weekend after that. So like there's like a whole 2-week gap, it's fine. Indian summer in Canada? What are you talking about? It hasn't been that warm. Like it's been normal fall temperatures, I think. Like in your room? No, it's the humidifier. That's it's not, the humidifier isn't gonna make anything any warmer. Not the one I have. The one I have is tiny. The one I have is tiny. Like, and you're underestimating how dry the rest of the house is. Like... If my future self... Punk... Hold on. Punk Asian says that if my future self is late for streams, there will be consequences. I am Penis, would like to be reminded to water their flowers. hasn't been that warm except it's been 30 degrees Celsius in my room for several days. Well, I'm in a basement, so I do not have that problem. I wouldn't mind being in a 30 degrees Celsius room because that would mean there was actually sun coming in. Baxter Crook would like to be reminded to replace the cat's box and crinkly paper. Alright. Do we have any more requests? Any more things that you guys need to be reminded of? Yeah. Indian summer's charms for an autumn when the leaves discolor into bright red and yellow colors. Is that what that means? Isn't that just fall? I believe that's just fall. I believe that's just called autumn. Remind me to hit the fall sales next weekend. Okay, Remy would like to be reminded to hit the fall sales next weekend. Alright. I think going once, going twice. Do we have any more? Do we have any more reminders we need? This is probably the most reminders we've gotten in a single week. So if not, then have a nice and good week. From EGGY. Have you thought about being a corporate typist? I thought of it and they wouldn't hire me. I don't know if I'm typing that fast. Weirdly enough, when I have applied for jobs with like a keyboard, like words per minute minimum that you need to be able to type, oftentimes the words per minute minimum is like really, really low. Like they just want to make sure you're not like finger pecking. Like I think the one time I applied for a job, they're like, please be able to type more than 35 words per minute, which like that's insanely slow. That's like, you know, key hunting. Like that's like when you don't know where the keys are on the keyboard. That's the speed. They just want to make sure you know where your hands go. Learn stenography. Yeah, but then you gotta learn like a whole new keyboard because something is a different kind of keyboard. Alright, so we got our EGGY diary for the week. And I just realized I spelled it ESGGY. Dear ESGGY. Should I keep that? Should we keep ESGGY? Should we keep ESGGY? Or should I get rid of ESGGY? Dear ESGGY. Keep it. You know, yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. She's rebranding. NiceEggy. NiceEggy. So, let me see who's rateable. Alright, we got... Who's on? Rummy is on. Freya Guma is on. Nyanomancer is on. Yeah, there's not a lot of people that are on, actually. Thanks for the stream, Eski. Tell Eggy to wake up next time. Wow! Wow! Antan, Potachi, Kohiato Kilobyte. I don't know who any of those are. You know when you might stream Zelda next? Loving this first time playthrough. So I think it will probably be next Tuesday. This week's schedule got shifted a little because Canadian Thanksgiving was on Monday. So most likely it will be, usually I do Mahjong Soul on Monday, and then I guess Zelda would be Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, that seems to be the schedule for now. Yeah, and then I'll, if my voice can take it, I'll do karaoke Friday evening. But yeah, so usually one Zelda a week. Yeah, usually for each game I try to do it once a week so that people don't get like Zelda fatigue. or mahjong fatigue. Like sometimes I'm like, I should stream mahjong more than once a week, but then I'm like, would people be down for that? You say you would, but like, would people actually? You gotta switch it up. You gotta switch it up. You can't just stream the same thing. Yeah. Ocarina of Tuesday. Yeah, the only reason it's Wednesday this week is because everything got pushed forward today. That's why. I guess we can raid Rummy because she's playing Animal Crossing. She's crossing the animals. The animals, and they're crossing. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. Alright, let's let me set that up. Please tell me I typed that right. Okay, let's go. So I think this is the first time raiding her, so let's just go with Eggy raid. Let's just go with Eggy raid. So I will be not back tomorrow, and I will be not back Friday morning. I will be back Friday evening. So, and then I probably won't be on this weekend. And so I guess after that it will be next Monday. So next week will be mostly normal for the most part. But towards the end of the week, there will be nothing on Friday next week. I'll have to figure out things for the next week and the week after, just because I'm going to be gone for a couple days. I might try to do a stream while I'm, like, away. I'll probably bring my laptop. I'll try to bring my stuff with me. But, yeah. That is, for now, we're not going to worry about it. That's tomorrow Eggy's problem. So, until then, thank you for being here. Thank you for being nice and good. EGGY will be back on Friday. Thank you, bye-bye. Look at my cool end card.